He was known as the Gentle Giant at 6'6". I used to joke that he looked as if he would throw bulldozers over houses for fun. He was certainly a guy you did not want to mess with, and I loved that program, and I'm sure you did too. And we were all sad to hear the news that Clint Walker passed away once again at the age of 90 of congestive heart failure. And, you know, it's one thing to play a hero on screen and to have a great image that inspires people, but it's another thing to live up to it, to be able to actually back all that up. And by all accounts, Clint Walker was able to do that. Now, there have been many, many tributes online and in the newspaper regarding Clint Walker. In fact, some of the celebrities, I was a little surprised to see some of the celebrities that were mentioning things because you wouldn't really associate them with Clint Walker. Like actress Kim Cattrall said something very nice. Gilbert Gottfried posted something about Clint Walker in memory of him. And I'll tell you what, folks, a lot of women, and I mean a lot of women, were posting tributes and memorials to Clint Walker. In fact, folks, if you go to YouTube, there's a gal named Terry Kretzer who's so very talented, and she put together a tribute to Clint Walker last year. And the video, you have to look for it. It's called Tribute to Clint Walker, Actor, Cowboy, Hero. And her name, the name of the channel is In the Nick of Time. That's the name of the channel. And she does such fabulous work. And you get to see all these clips from Cheyenne. If you haven't been watching it, because I know one of the channels now on cable is showing it every single day. So he's certainly in the public's consciousness. On the day after Clint Walker passed away, I spoke with our friend Will Hutchins, who, as you know, was the star of Sugarfoot, which was one of the rotating shows along with Cheyenne and Bronco. And he's known Clint Walker for decades. And they were good friends, and I asked Will about his memories of Clint Walker.
He was probably the first really big celeb I ever met, except for Harold Lloyd when I was a kid.
Right.
I grew up in L.A., and I'd go to radio shows and things, but I'd never met celebs. And then there he is. You know, he was like the king of the studio because the movie department wasn't doing all that great. But the TV department was making a great surge. He had his own gym there in the back lot.
Yeah.
And he was just a great guy. They say don't talk evil about the people that pass on, but there'd be nothing to say about him that would be the least bit, just all good stuff.
Did Babs show you the picture of Clint with the Beatles?
Oh, isn't that a great picture?
Yeah.
That is a sensational picture. The Beatles should have had him sing along with it. I love his voice. Oh, here's an example of how great he was. I got the Golden Boot Award, I don't know how many years ago it was, early 2000. And I sat at Clint's table, and I was just a jangle of nerves because I'd never performed in front of my peers. I performed in the hinterlands, you know, and
right.
given talks at Boy Scout jamborees and YMCAs and things like that, but never at a big gathering of all the Hollywoodom, you know. And so I was really scared. And he spent the whole evening with me, counseling me like a psychiatrist, you know, and giving me pep talks. And Clint was a hero in life as well as on the screen.
And I know that in many years before that, I think it was 1973, he had that horrible skiing accident.
Oh, yeah. Do you know? You want to tell that story?
Well, I know that he was skiing and something, either he fell down the hill or what happened. He was more or less stuck through by his skiing impaled. Right through his heart.
Yeah, he was impaled.
Yeah, and
anybody else would have died on the spot.
Right.
You know, something I just thought of today?
What's that?
Did you ever see him on the one of the Lucy shows he did?
Oh, yeah. He was great.
Tremendous. And you know what made him so great? He didn't try to be funny like everybody else on that. You know, they all try to keep up with Lucy, you know,
Right.
He just did himself, and he was one of the best guests they ever had, I think. It opened my eyes. This guy had a great sense of comedy along with everything else. And, just can't say enough about him.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because the clip we're going to play is Clint Walker with Jack Benny.
Oh, wow. You got to work with all those greats.
Yeah.
Gee, that's terrific.
And here he is, Clint Walker.